Hey guys, what is going on? It is DaBoki here once again, and it is time for another Root Abyss boss. I'm here fighting Von Bon. He is the chicken that controls time, and I'm here with my friend Kate, and we are going to go ahead and take this chicken down to the ground. Now the title of this video says it's okay to be wrong, and I wanted to go ahead and ask you guys, how many of you guys are super prideful out there and feels like you always have to be right? You know, because I find myself in those situations where I just can't set my pride down, and I just feel like I have to always be right. My opinion has to be right, and everyone else is wrong, and they should always think like me, you know, and that is really bad to do, because I find myself actually in life, when you're wrong is when you learn the most, and they say that when you're humiliated the most is when you learn the most as well. So it really sucks, because, you know, it sucks to get humiliated, but when we make those bad experiences, when we do the wrong things, we learn from them. We learn from the bad experiences, and that's how life is usually. I know people out there that will always have to be right, you know, like they will never be wrong. Their opinion, their facts has to be right, and even though if they're not right, they have to stand by it and make sure that it seems right to other people. If you're wrong, you know, like you have to get over it sometimes, and you have to realize that you're going to be wrong in this lifetime. You know what I mean? It's going to happen, and you have to realize that, alright, well, put your pride aside and say that when you're wrong, you learn from your mistakes. There's this one experience in elementary school that I'll never forget, and it was because, you know, I was humiliated, but I'll never forget that lesson, and I learned a lot from that day. It was in 4th grade in my math teacher's class named Mr. Smith, and we were doing the multiplication tables. Now, back then, I hated answering questions out loud, because if I didn't know them, then I didn't want to say, how do you do it? You know, I don't know. I didn't want to say that because it was embarrassing. Mr. Smith called on me to do the 9s multiplication table. I have to multiply 9 by something, and 9s was my worst one. He asked me like 9 times 8 or something, and I was sitting there like really trying to count with my fingers like 9 times 8, you know, and I couldn't do it, and I just didn't know how to do it, and everyone laughed, and I was really embarrassed, and I almost started crying, I think. And you know, I was like saying in my head, I hate you, Mr. Smith, I hate you so much for humiliating me. And then like after class, he pulled me aside and said, David, here, let me teach you an awesome trick that will make you so you'll never forget the 9s multiplication table. He said, you take any number 0 to 9, and you take it and you subtract 1 from that number, and you add whatever it takes to get to 9, and that is your answer. So if it's 9 times 7, you subtract 1 from 7, it gets to 6. 6 plus what equals 9? 3. 63 is your answer for 9 times 7. So he taught me this awesome trick, and I was like, wow, you know, that's really cool. And Mr. Smith was actually my favorite teacher, because he always taught me these awesome little tricks for math and all these other subjects. Multiplications tables, you know, you guys are probably like, that's easy stuff. And yeah, you know, but back then it was pretty hard. And that was kind of a lesson that I learned, is that when you admit that you're wrong and you are wrong, you will learn so much from that experience. You know, if you can just be willing to learn, you can learn even more. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make a mistake and be wrong, but it's not okay to just keep pushing your opinions and your beliefs that you always have to be right. Now, of course, there's 2 different types of views now. You know, when someone has their opinion and facts. What I like to do is, I'm a really open-minded person. I like to accept other people's opinions, other people's thoughts, and really just see things in a different light. I'm not really on a straight line, just saying that this is my path, this is the only thing that's right. You know, if someone asks you, how many days are there in a week? The answer will always be 7. So if you say any other answer, you're going to be wrong. But now when you ask the question, what is the best day of the week? There's many different answers, right? Everyone can have their own different opinion on what is the best day of the week. Some people can say Friday, some people could say Monday, some people could say Sunday, and everyone has a different opinion. In this situation, if I met someone, you know, and I asked them what's their favorite day of the week, and they say Thursday, I'm like, no, your favorite day of the week is Saturday. You know, but you have to, like, in those types of situations, I like to ask the person, why is your favorite day of the week Thursday? And really see their point of view of the subject and take it, you know, like, wow, you know, that is a pretty cool day. Thursday is a pretty cool day because it starts with a T and ends with a day. You know, I just want to go ahead and say that to you guys really quick. It's been on my mind for a while that it's okay to be wrong, it's okay to make mistakes, and just learn from them. It won't do you any good to just get flustered up and mad about all the stuff that was wrong, and you feel like you just always have to be right. Just put your pride aside and learn from your mistakes. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been DaBoki, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Goodbye.